Mississippi State head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense with jumbo personnel. Using his legs, it's Brake. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show him, the defense, that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Finds his man on the RPO. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Utes have this offense rolling. Trying to establish the run. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Breaks into the open. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeps it moving, it's Payne. Got room at the 35. Turns it on down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, That's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Quick give. It's great. Stopped right there.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. The RPO got it. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's great. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Looking for space, it's Bray. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. Fourth and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on. Inside the 30. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bray. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Banging slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff again. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They're all over it. Gets rid of it.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the right. That's reeled in. It's Payne. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running inside, it's Payne. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Long way to go on second down. They'll run it. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Motion from the wideout. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Tough run here. It's Spring. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Still looking to his right. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Changing the routes with his receivers. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And now 5 extra yards to cover after the false start. Still second and goal. Gets the back moving. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. Jackson will throw. Rolling right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Wide open spaces. Touchdown Bulldogs. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? Wants to throw one first. Oh, pressure's coming. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Drops back on first down. Look out! Took a shot as he threw.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second and long here. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll need a bunch on second down. Making the adjustment. Back to pass on second down. Rush right in his face. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Hits inside. It's Bray. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 16, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Ducks with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. That gives him 100 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, it's Payne. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Give to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Jackson gonna throw it. Rushes on. Out wide left, it's Payne. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game, who's winning, who's getting separation on the outside, who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage. This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's open. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give. Sees a crease. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Utes want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Under pressure. Just got rid of that one.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's going to run it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Straight ahead, it's Payne. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson will throw. Fires left. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Brings into the open. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He's going to take off. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Bray. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes!
Man, I'm a good play caller when I got a guy like this at the quarterback spot. Like, he's so adept at seeing where the space is, finding it, breaking through it. And Palmer, this isn't the first time he's made a play today.
No, you're right, David, and it's got to be frustrating for the defense because they knew with his running ability he was going to get his touches, and they knew they had to be able to slow him down from running the football, but they haven't been able to do that. When you've got speed like this guy has, and you can throw it the way he does, he just causes so many problems for you as a defensive coordinator. This guy is going to be a problem for any defense that faces him this season.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Mississippi State right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Hauls it in. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And in this offense, you know as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He's past the marker. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Once he got some room, it was over. He scores for the 5th time in this game. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He's changing the play. Fresh center downs going to the air. They get to him as he throws. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Going to try to get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. The Utes in the hurry-up. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field.
And on third down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job.
He's got it down the field. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Run in the red zone. It's Bray. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Utah. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And this will be caught as they convert the 2.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Jackson going to throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Got the first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. Coming out with it, it's Bray. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He'll try to do it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. The Utes heading quickly to the line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now. And this is a big key for us to win this game.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Bulldog! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.